Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Kupz the Universe, aka Poet Lounge, aka Petey Mossberg, and we are back with another joint, just a quick discussion. You know, I like to discuss things because, like, in real life, if I seen you in real life, we be chopping it up, right? So, what makes a dream a nightmare, right? Like, what makes a dream a nightmare? Honestly, right? I mean, a lot of people want to follow their dreams, right? But who's to say that that dream is your dream, right? Now, most kids, that really have a dream usually end up doing like starting to develop that from a very young age. And usually the encouragement of the parents, right, or not, right, would kind of be the external marker to the child saying, okay, I should go forward with this or I shouldn't go forward with this. You see what I'm saying? Um, I think people in dreams are, it's like you don't see yourself really living your dream sometimes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people see themselves as lesser than. Sometimes people let other people, um, you know, pride of self, or like, something that, they stand up for themselves, or, they believe in themselves. And sometimes that could look like to another person, like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not as strong as this person or whatever, right? Like, that's nonsense. All right. Um, we're going to use the ballerina as an example, right? Why the ballerina? Because, I remember Jay-Z had put, Prodigy on the screen, Summer Jam back in the days, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger. And that Summer Jam screen video kind of like damaged my outlook on Prodigy, because remember, I was a young boy listening to Prodigy, Mobb Deep, and we thought that's what you had to live like. So we running around the street slapping niggas, beating niggas up and shit. You know what I'm saying? My man's probably cutting niggas and shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? People in the hood getting clapped and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you living in that, it becomes normal. But look at the ballerina. You know what I'm saying? As far as, I just said that about Prodigy. Rest in peace to Prodigy. Shout out to Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Because, sometimes people hide their truth. You see what I'm saying? You hide your truth. Who's to say that the ballerina wasn't Prodigy's dream? And then people was like, yo, son, that's some girl stuff, son. You look like a sucker doing that. And boom, then he just started rapping like a gangster, right? Makes sense, right? But look at the ballerina, right? Let's say a girl wants to be a ballerina, right? What would make a little kid want to be a ballerina, right? One, either they got family members that they can observe being a ballerina, right? To say, like, to try to mimic it, right? Two, they're on a television show and they see ballerinas and they're like, ooh, look at that. Like, the ballerina might be doing her dance and everything looks so beautiful. So a child might want to be a ballerina after seeing them on TV too. So it's either somebody in the household's a ballerina that a child observes, because, children mimic. That's why I find it funny when parents say, yo, I talk to my child. Because children mimic your behavior. They don't really listen to what you say. So if you telling them not to do something, but you're doing it, guarantee you they're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody's watching a TV show and see it. You know what I'm saying? Ballerina dancing. It's like, oh, I want to be a ballerina, right? Or somebody sees somebody else doing it and saying, well, look like they're getting accolades and blessings behind it. I want to be just like that person, right? So, okay, now, what's the problem with that? Like, if the ballerina dancing and that wasn't instilled in your heart, then it's going to be hard for you to make it through the journey. When you look at people's dreams on TV and try to emulate the dream, you don't know the motivation for that dream from that individual. A lot of people just see the financial gain. They say, okay, I can mimic that. If I clone that identity and try to mimic it to the best way possible, then maybe those results will happen to me, right? Now, here's why that never happens, right? And here's also why a dream can become a nightmare. A person that looks at it like that from the outside looking in and then tries to get in is not going to be as prepared. They're not going to be as ready to go through the pains, the tribulations, the racisms, if any, the prejudices, if any, right? In that field, right? The hardships, right? They won't have the energy to push forward because the dream was never in their heart to begin with. See, the ulterior motive was I want to be famous, or the ulterior motive was I want to be, like rich or popular, right? Not like, yo, I just love dance, right? Now, a little kid that's born and just naturally starts trying to like twirl around and, they might have a ballerina in them. So, how the dream becomes a nightmare is that boom, when they looking at this other person living this life and being this ballerina, it's like, oh my God, look at all the people loving them, and look, they're in this show, and look at how they dancing. Oh my God, this is a beautiful thing, right? Now the reality of it, now this person goes and tries to get into ballerina school and stuff, right? And every training thing, even martial arts. When I first started martial arts in the Jackie Robinson program, right? When I first started my martial arts, I wanted to fight people. I was already fighting people. Since public school, we was getting kids to have trace safety transfers and all that shit. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not bragging about it. I actually be feeling kind of bad about it now that I'm in my higher self. But, when I was young, I didn't give a fuck. Like, I just didn't care, nigga. I punch you all in your face. You touch me, you look at me the wrong way. Like, I didn't care. And we could just get it fighting right there. I didn't care who was with you. I didn't care how many people was with you. I just didn't care. And it's still in me, but I locked it in. But my point is saying, okay, now the person that's the ballerina now, okay, see the dream on the TV, it's like, oh my God. Or they see the other person doing it, it's like, oh my God. Now they go to a school or something, right? And the school, like in my martial arts school, we didn't just start fighting. We didn't have sparring sessions for mad long, bro. We had to do push-ups and sit-ups, and that was like the majority of the class for mad long. And then we started doing punches and blocks and kicks. And then that was the majority of the class for mad long. I'm in the class like, damn, when can I throw a kick at somebody's face, man? I want to kick somebody in their fucking forehead. You know what I mean? Because I loved fighting at that time. I still do. But now I'm just more disciplined with my martial arts because I know I'm more dangerous with it now. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is a weapon, basically. It makes your body a weapon. My point exactly. If I would have just wanted to fight and I wouldn't have been able to get into a fight in the class and I didn't want to go through all the training part, the push-ups, the stuff to make the toughen my body so it can even be battle ready, I would have quit, right? So the ballerina now gets into the school and they're doing all these regular things, and it might not be as glamorous as you see it on TV. That person's confidence starts depleting. Like, man, I don't know if I really want to do this. That's already starting to become a nightmare. You see what I'm saying? And then it's like, all right, boom. So now as they going forward with it, they start to, like, let's just skip past all of the plies. Like let's say they go through a whole montage of struggles, right? They get there, right? Now it's like, damn, they gotta live up to that now. So now you're a professional ballerina now, and what's the problems with ballerinas that they never tell you, right? You got a lot of ballerinas that be what's the word? When they eat, bulimic, right? They eat and then they throw up, right? Try to keep their figure certain way. They gotta look a certain way they gotta carry themselves a certain way, right? When they be dancing and practicing on their feet, right? Their feet be looking like trash, bro, because they be standing on their toes so long that when they take off those shoes, their feet be all messed up. They be having like feet problems behind being a ballerina. Amongst a whole bunch of other stuff. I just know that the feet thing for a fact because I watched the documentary on it. But you know what I'm saying? As far as like now, is this person willing to weather the damage? Is this person willing to say, you know what? This girl, like, okay, well, I want to be a ballerina regardless of how damaged my feet is going to be because I absolutely love this? Or is it like I watch somebody else do it and you know what? I don't think I could do this. You see what I'm saying? So because like a dream has to be your dream because the pains and the suffering that comes with your dream, you have to be like willing to accept and go forward with it. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times this ballerina don't see the pain feet, the this, the that, the funny politics between theater houses and casting actors and casting dancers and oh, you didn't go to Juilliard School of Dance, so you're like a lesser class, but if you went to Juilliard, you can get, you know what I'm saying, pushed forward. The same thing with like, Tupac, shout out to him. He went to that acting school. A lot of people don't know that when he was younger, he was in film and drama and he was doing acting. So it's not a big surprise that Tupac was really good at acting in movies. He went to a good acting school. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't go through these steps. Most people, I want to be an actor, and they just think you're just gonna what? Somebody's gonna see you and oh, you look perfect for my part and be in my movie, right? No, you have to go through steps and stages. These people have to become aware of your presence in order to even put you in the runnings, right? So that right there can make a dream into a nightmare when it's not your dream. Because your dream, you're willing to pain, suffer, and go through turmoil for. Period. If you know you supposed to be free and you locked up in jail, you gonna go to the law library and go hard body and try to figure out a way to appeal and blah blah blah, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with martial arts. If I want to go into the martial arts, then I'm gonna go through the push-up stages, sit-up stages, the front kicks, side kicks, back kicks, roundhouse kicks, the front rolls, the side four breaks, the back rolls. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember everything, bro. It's just that my creativity, that I make my own katas now. Like I just literally make up katas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I don't probably use from the original katas, but my point is saying that the dream that a person has is only the dream when it's in your heart. It's in your heart, then it's your dream. You can't make other people realize your dream that's in your heart, nor can you make anybody else suffer through the turmoils and the pains that it takes to build you into that person that is meant to be in that arena. You see what I'm saying? So basically, dreams become nightmares when they're not yours. When they're not yours. And then also, if you do something and then like you don't get good at it, or you feel like that, right? And like say like the parents of that family was like, you ain't a good ballerina, you can't be a ballerina, like you like, and discouraging them. Then go to the recitals, the shows, whatever, right? That's also something that encourages or discourages children from being in their dream. You know what I'm saying? It's like when a parent shit on it, you could be like, yo, fuck this shit. This ain't gonna never get me nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to say that because, like, let's say the girl's dream was to be a ballerina, but she never knew the hard stakes of it. You see what I'm saying? Just like in spiritual growth, like, you don't really see the benefits in a monetary gain. You see the benefits in a physical game. The same way if you eat good fruits and vegetables, you're not going to receive money for eating good vegetables and fruits and things of that nature that, you don't have to really eat perfectly. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real. I sometimes eat what I feel. You know what I'm saying? I do be conscious, but, aware of things, but I eat what I feel. I mean, I kind of do. I don't limit myself, and I'm kind of like still elevating. So it really doesn't, a lot of the stipulations from old that was like, yo, you gotta be like this, you gotta do it like this, that's a dub. That's a dub. You see what I'm saying? But being in the dream and knowing that you want to do that dream, it can never be a nightmare, because the towers and the suffering that you're gonna go through is gonna be like, you're gonna know it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna know it's worth it. Nobody else needs to know it's worth it. It's a lot of people that want to be the top, right? A lot of people want to be the man, the head honcho, right? And you know what happens to head honchos over time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a tout brute, right? Like, they get stabbed in the back by, you know what I'm saying, the people that they was, you know what I mean? So the best thing for me and my aspect is to say, like, all right, well, I don't need to be at the top. I just need to be where I'm content with. I don't care what anybody else think about it. You see what I'm saying? And everybody's entitled to the way they feel and stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm just like unbothered by everything, bro. Like, I'm super unbothered. And then in real life, like, I can be unbothered, or I can put pause on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm trained to, like, put pause on you, man. Like, but anyway, at the same time, this is not about me and my pause. This is about a person that has a dream. Now, a dream, if it don't come from their own sleep and their own astral mind, right? If it don't come from their own soul, or like something that's embedded in their DNA to do, you know what I'm saying? Then it's not gonna be really their dream. They're not gonna push forward through it. And mind you, everything has hardships on it to see if you're worthy to be in that position. Now they got a lot of people that block things, and they call them gatekeepers, right? Like, oh, well, you can pass and you can't pass, and you're too street and you're too hood and you're just right and you this, and you understand. So a lot of times people let that fool them into thinking that they're more important than they are, when it's just an algorithm. And if you support the algorithm at the time, whether it be anything, then that's where you can receive some benefits. If they peep your algorithm and they say, well, we like he's going, like, this is the agenda we want him to stay, then they're going to push that shit. You know what I'm saying? And if not, then they won't. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, does a dream need to be successful to the outside world for you to feel like you achieved your dream, right? Like, this is something that you have to look inside yourself and say, am I actually doing this to get the admiration of other people? Do I want to be praised by other people, or do I just want to help other people? And I don't care about the recognition, or I don't care about, how it happens. We like we want to change the world, but we don't care how it happens, right? Like, I don't want to put my face and stamp and say, listen, wow, I have to be the face of changing the world, right? When, like, every little bit counts, and regardless of what people think they separate or not, everybody's actions, if moving in a pure aspect, is gonna reflect each other's joints, meaning that, like, all those actions are gonna compile to one big effect. You see what I'm saying? Personally, that's just how I think. So, this was just something quick. I didn't really like formulate this the exact way I wanted to. Hold on one second. Oh, one more thing. So, what else can affect a person's dream is wealth versus poverty, right? Now, not the way that you think, where I'm like, okay, well, somebody is wealthy and they can make their dream happen, versus somebody being in poverty and they can't. No, I'm saying that sometimes people that are in wealth, right? If their dreams don't have nothing to do with their money moving for them, then they're not really gonna chase dreams. The people that's impoverished, that don't really have much, they usually have the drive to push through anything, and they've been through a lot anyway, and it's like they know what it is to live without. So right now, it's like the world is like, okay, can you live without? God is like, yo, everybody praises me when they get some kind of material gain, when they get some kind of number increase on the gram or on the YouTube and all this stuff, right? But if I took all that away, this is for God, like God energy, like saying, like, yo, if he was to take all this stuff away from you, would you still love him for him, or would you just love him because of what he can do for you, because he's the master of the universe, because that this and that and the evil bow down to him and blah 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 blah? Is that your motive? See, Father wants to see your heart, and God and them know your heart anyway. So you can't fake. And people could lie to other human beings, but they can't really lie to the vibration in themselves, because that's what's gonna really send out the message. The messages be with no words, but you, like, the third 3D version of it would be the words that come out your mouth. You see what I'm saying? But then they set that up a certain way to lock you in it too. So it's deep, but you know what I'm saying? So basically, man, listen, man, you got a dream. If that dream came from you, it came from your heart or your brain, or you was in your bed and you woke up and you said, okay, I want to do this dream, then that's going to be something that you achieve. If you seen somebody else doing it, or if you, like, you know what I'm saying, whether it be on TV, whether it be in real life, and the reason why you want to be that is because you feel that they got fame and money, and you can have the same fame and money, and that's your drive, and not the fact that you got love and passion for the actual activities such as ballerina or whatever, right? So then you won't make it. You see what I'm saying? If you don't got that passion, if it ain't your dream, you're not really you're gonna do it to as far as it gets you to what you thought it was gonna get you. So if you watch somebody else do it and you figure like, oh, they getting this and that, and I'm gonna do it like this and that. You know what I'm saying? I don't recommend people actually do that, but a lot of people do it. And then it's like, you can never really measure up to that, because you don't know what hardships that person went through to even be where they at now. You just looking at it from the outside and saying, oh, well, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West is a billionaire. Shout out to Kanye West. Because I'm not a hater. I don't, listen, man. Free speech, free rights, whatever. Do what you do. I'm not emotional. I don't care. Like, doesn't matter. But look at Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? A billionaire. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, a lot of people gonna say, "Yo, I want to be like Kanye West. I wanna have a Yeezy line, or I wanna have a, this and that, and I want to be able to say whatever I want to say on the internet, and everything be peachy keen." But Kanye West lost his mother. So you see how sometimes that path to getting where you are has things in it, depending on how you choose that path to get to that dream. Now, do y'all feel like Kanye West is living his dream right now? I don't think so. He lost his mother. His mother was his biggest support system and his biggest compass, his biggest moral compass. So once he lost her, yeah, he can get $1 trillion, but he's still gonna feel like he's lacking something. You understand? The whole point is to feel like you're whole. Whether you got something or not, whether there's a bunch of material in your life or not, whether you got a bunch of people listening to you or not. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it from in here, man. Like, it has to be from in here. Otherwise, it's not going to matter. And you have to be doing it because of, the love of it. Or you're not going to last. You're not going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? So that's when dreams become nightmares, when it's not your dream. Or when you realize that the dream is a lot tougher than you thought because you thought somebody else had it easy. And you didn't see all of the hard work that go into it. You see what I'm saying? All the other hands that go into it, like the music industry. All the other hands, the A&Rs, the producers, the writers, the promoters, the you know what I'm saying? The security, the transportation, all of that. The recording sessions, the stays in hotels when you on tour, or the buses that come and pick you up. If you don't see all those hands in your pot, when you get let's say a $100,000 contract record deal, in which case out of that $100,000, all of those expenses has to be covered by your end. And if you don't see that, then you're gonna say, "Yo, I want to be a rapper because, look at the guy look at the chain, son. He got the big chain, son. Look, son. I love that dance, son. Look how everybody's around him. Look at how he got the whole hood loving him. Oh my God!" And then what everybody wants, that's impoverished, either wealth or attention. So when they see that, then they like, "Well, if I be like that, then I can have my whole neighborhood acting," and it just so happens it be negative because, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. So, dreams are only dreams when they're yours. And they're only nightmares when they're not yours, or when you're not ready to deal with the pain of it, or when you don't see the stipulations behind actually being there. So like the ballerina, once she signs the contract to be in a playhouse and all this, let's say they got rehearsals to say 10 hours a day. Mind you, she gotta still get rest. She still gotta eat. She might have other things to do. You see what I'm saying? So that can make her dream a nightmare. She might have kids. She's like, "Damn, how am I gonna work this long?" You see what I'm saying? So, it's your boy Kupz the Universe, aka Power Lounge, aka P.D. Mossberg, and I just wanted to chop it up about dreams, and that's how I feel, you know what I'm saying, about dreams. If it's your dream, you're gonna go through hell and hot water. You won't even need to get paid to do it. It's just like you're just gonna keep producing it until something happens. People will notice that you just don't stop. Or you can follow somebody else's dream and then realize how tough it is and then just be like, "Yo, I give up," because it was never your dream in the first place. But maybe you thought you could do it better, or you thought that person didn't deserve it because you didn't see the work they put into it. You see what I'm saying? It's always work behind the scenes of anything. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's your boy, man. Nothing but love to everybody out there because I am in a blessed state of being. That full moon just, energized my whole energy, my emotions. I don't feel anything, bro. I just feel blessed. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I just want everybody to feel that energy, man. I see too much bickering, man. I see too much attitude and energy coming over for, everything. So that's probably the transits and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, man, I just wish everybody a peace of mind, man. I got it. So I just hope everybody else got it. I don't need everything. You see the art behind me? This stuff brings me pleasure beyond pleasure, just creating it. Listening to some music. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I just want to show you the things that actually make you happy in life sometimes, man. All this other shit sometimes don't even be about nothing. So, it's your boy once again, man. Got nothing but love for you. Y'all all, peace.